Thanks for joining me. I'm Aaron Rutten, and these are the submissions for my November Group Art Challenge at patreon.com/AaronRutten. The theme for November, as chosen by my patrons, is Autumn Colors. Our first entry is by Ray Barela. This is called Jemez Winter Cotton. I appreciate all of the time and effort Ray put into the leaves, even down to the veins in the leaves. The leaves frame the tree trunk nicely, which also has a lot of great detail. The variety of analogous brown colors really makes the trunk stand out. The textures wrap around each branch in a unique way so as not to look repetitive. The background being a bit out of focus and muted helps the foreground subject stand out and makes the colors of the leaves pop. This really turned out great, Ray. Next up is a painting by Steve Gunnery. This is a scene from Hunt Valley, Maryland. Steve says the horses here are friendly and come up to say hi. I like the way Steve utilized thick paint strokes to emphasize the form and textures of the objects in the scene. That really adds a lot of life to the painting. The bright reds and oranges really play well against the blues and greens in the scene. Looking good, Steve. Susan Schwartz has a painting for us called Fall Colors. I really love the abstraction of color in this one. The dominant red-orange is what you'd expect from fall colors, but much more intense. When complemented by the black canvas and heavily saturated cool colors, it makes for a fun and energetic piece to look at. The brushstrokes in the leaves give a great sense of movement to the trees, and I like the tiny brushstrokes that represent leaves that are falling to the ground. That's a nice detail. Keep up the great work, Susan. Soraya Udo has a wonderful autumn-themed painting for us. This is a Canadian maple leaf. Its silhouette creates negative space that is filled with a black bear in the wilderness during fall time. Outside the leaf silhouette is a pattern of fallen leaves. It all works together to create a really nice composition that captures the essence of fall time. Well done, Soraya. Richard Stalter has an epic masterpiece for us. When your painting becomes a place, you've nailed it. Richard's paintings have destinations. The main focal point is the covered bridge, which is exceptionally detailed. I know a lot of layers went into this and a lot of time. The perspective in the sky is really nice as well. It emphasizes the bridge leading the eye into the background of the painting. And in every great painting, there's an underlying story. Even if you don't know how the story goes, you can imagine that this is somebody's property with their house in the distance, and you can make it up as you go along. Marvelous job, Richard. Linda Boswell has a wonderful autumn-themed painting for us. I really enjoy this scene with the stream flowing in between stones, surrounded by brightly colored leaves. The dabbed brushstrokes really give the impression of leaf shapes. I also like the soft, mossy feeling of the textures on the rocks. The flatter palette knife strokes for the water really work well to separate the water from everything else. This is a very pleasant painting to look at, Linda. Thank you for sharing. Here's our final submission by Tom Iverson called Autumn Fantasy. To me, it looks like much of the scene is made of leaves or is broken up into leaf-sized fragments. The colors are really nice, and the blue cast in the foreground really makes it feel like that's deep in the woods in shadow, while the background is outside the forest with the sunlight peeking in. The canvas texture overlay is a nice touch to bring everything together. Nicely done, Tom. I'd like to thank everyone who submitted artwork for this month's challenge, and I look forward to seeing what you create for December. If you'd like to participate in the next Group Art Challenge, sign up now at patreon.com/AaronRutten. And as always, if you enjoyed the artwork in this video, show your support to the artist by clicking the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.